Welcome to the Russell County High School Football Coaches Show. I'm Chance Corbett, County Commission Chairman for the Russell County Commission, and I'm here today with Dylan Griggs, the head coach of the football team here at Russell County High School. How are you doing, Coach?
I'm just happy to be here once again. Just another good week.
Very good. We're happy to report that the Warriors are 4-1. Obviously this last game didn't turn out exactly like we wanted it to, but it was a very good atmosphere and the players did a great job. Yeah. I absolutely enjoyed coming to the game. Saw a lot of people. Saw that you had full stands. The place was really rocking, and the team was doing good. Never really felt like you were out of it till the end of the game. That was my perception of it, and I think the kids fought a really good game. What's your thoughts on it?
Well, and it kind of goes back to I think 2 weeks ago when we were standing there. We talked about being consistent, and so we come out that first drive, defense lets them score. We come back and score. We got to be consistent. And I think kind of what happened that first half was we were not being very consistent with what we were supposed to do. We come out in the second half, because it's like what I told them in high school, at halftime. I said, you're still alive, nobody's hurt, everything's okay, can we go out and play football now? And ultimately, I felt like we had several opportunities throughout the game to win, but, and I'm sure we'll talk about that a little bit more here in the next couple of minutes, but I was proud that they did not give up and they kept fighting.
Yeah, so, I always want to kind of talk about your playmakers. You had some really good plays going on. Thought the quarterback did a great job. Your defense was really knocking it up, especially the second half. As the crowd was sitting here, they were really into it, watching every play and watching every play develop. There, you had some close ones that, if they would have broke, would have been a game changer, honestly. And that score was, to me, the game was a lot closer even than the score was. I think at any given time you could have won that game. Do you feel the same way about that?
Yeah, well, we were going right over there. We threw a pass to A.J. Black, and normally 9 out of 10 times A.J.'s going to make that play, and he didn't make that one. Then DJ drops a touchdown pass right here. And then there was right there on the 40, Drew was going around the edge, and if one guy just would have made that block on that backer, it probably would have went 80 yards to the house. And so, that goes back to being consistent. And, some days I'm trying to figure out, do we expect to win or are we hoping to win? And it's not that neither one's wrong, but it's a complete mind shift when you're walking out and you think this is going to happen because I'm going to make it happen, instead of, well, I hope I'm going to make a play. I'm going to make a play.
Sure.
And so, I thought defense made some great adjustments. Our DC and our defensive staff, we kind of went from a 2-high team in the first half to cover 0. We're going to bring the house, lock up man, and just see what you can do. And, it worked out. In the second half, I wish we just could have caught a couple more, because I believe you. I believe what you're saying is saying that we could have won that game at any given moment.
Yeah, I felt that way all the way up till the end. Both listening to it a little bit on the radio and trying to watch what was going on the field. It made me believe there, and even you felt it in the crowd until the end of the game. Oh man, this is our game to win here. So I think as far as the team the team's coming together well. It appears the season, not yet halfway over. You got a lot of games left, and a lot of time left with these young men, and you got a lot of coaching to do with them. Obviously, what things do you see you can improve on?
Well, and I want to say, when I was at Central 2018, that team that we played was the team that played us in the semis. That took us down to the last 12 seconds of the game. That's a perennial powerhouse in 6A and or 7A. They've been in like 2 semifinals in the last 7 years at the 7A level. And so, to see us competing with a program like that and, battling, I was really proud. I'm not proud of the overall ending of the game, but I'm proud with how my boys battled and how they got rid of that feeling and they overcame it. But I'm seeing receivers run better route. I'm seeing quarterbacks make better progressions. The O-line's blocking better. The D-line is more gap sound. The linebackers are fitting right. Corners and safeties are knowing what their assignments are and sticking to their zone or their coverage. And, special teams has been looking phenomenally better here the last 2 games. I think you could tell on the field that every kid is really bought in and they're trying to give everything they can to be that uncommon person. And ultimately we just, like I said, time's going to be our best friend, and we just got to keep repping those things. And with time, it'll come more natural than thinking about it.
Yeah, I thought I thought the overall atmosphere, again, as I started, was great. I think the announcer, I don't know who you had announcing that game, as far as the PA, but he did a great job. I mean, it was just, as you're walking up, you're listening to the sponsors, and it's just something you never really heard before at a Russell County High School football game. And then to watch the Jumbotron come alive and to listen to all the music and the things that were going on, it really, I mean, it gave you the appearance that maybe you were at a college football game there for a little while. I was just very impressed with that. You know, last Friday, right before the first home game here, we did a ribbon cutting on the field with your Board of Education, who we just can't give enough credit to for what they've done with this. And obviously, some of your other personnel spoke. I had an opportunity to speak there as well, and to just see what the program's done was great. I know you had a lot of pressure on you going into that game, wanting to win that game for obvious reasons. Right. You wanted to win, but also first day on this field. But, you know, there's going to be a lot more games. There's going to be a lot more to come, and there's no doubt you're going to break that win here soon, and hopefully it'll be at the next game. So I think, again, just the addition of the field and watching these kids. I told you this after the Smith Station game, watching the kids and the coaches and the attitudes and their whole atmosphere was great. And it was, again, this game, I watched it again. They were calling plays out loud. I mean, you could hear them screaming the plays out in the stands, and they were all adjusting to it. And it was just a great atmosphere.
Yeah, you know, and I mean, I'm telling you, I've been really blessed with an unbelievable staff and an unbelievable administration, an unbelievable Board of Education, and unbelievable county representatives from top to bottom, from you to Sheriff Taylor to Mr. Franklin. I mean, I could go on and on about that list. And, you know, it makes doing what we do out here so much easier when you have the support and the boys see it. And, you know, they wanna play hard for them in the stands. You know, I mean, it was unbelievable for our first game here. I mean, there was well over 1,000 people, you know, and I was really excited, and it was really cool to get to see the lights go on and off. In fact, at halftime, I actually picked up my phone and I called Mr. Johnson. Jacob Johnson's the one running our light show. I said, more lights. I need more lights. And we were down 28-7 at half, and that should tell you my mindset right there that we still could win.
Absolutely.
You know, and you know, the Lord just said it wasn't our day that day, but that's okay, you know, because I think I learned a lot about my team during that time.
Well, you came back and your team shut them down in the second half. I mean, really, when you were looking at it, you were like, oh, they can stop them, and they have stopped them. And, you know, now just got to get the offense moving and got to get them rolling. So, yeah, I think you've got a lot to build on, and you've done a great job with that. So we're going to take a quick break and then bring in one of your assistant coaches and kind of talk about what their duties are and their take on the team.
Absolutely. Yes, sir.
Thank you.
With Beam's internet speeds getting faster and faster, you'll want to explore every last corner of the internet. So you're going to need a bigger screen. You can watch anything with over 175 channels. So you're probably going to need a bigger couch. Plus, with the $500 you'll save when you bundle 250 meg internet with Digital Advantage TV, well, you're definitely going to need a bigger wallet for all your extra money. And that means bigger smiles for everyone. Move forward with Beam, your hometown provider.
All right, we're back with the athletic director, Coach Keene. Coach, we were just talking with Coach Griggs about the first home game and how it went and the atmosphere, the field, and everything. What was your observations that you saw?
Well, we had a nice crowd. I thought it went really well. The community came out to support us and to see the new facility, which is important. And it's important for them to embrace this because this is a collection of the county communities such as Hurtsboro, Fort Mitchell, Crawford, Ladonia, all of it coming together right here in Seal is where Russell County High School, can really be special.
Yeah, well, as a county commissioner, it meant a lot to us. The coach has been trying to raise money to try to help with these facilities and the other programs he's doing. I want to give credit to the commission for backing this, and a lot of it to Commissioner Lee, who immediately threw up some of his project money to help with the advertisement on the scoreboard and things. But, I've seen it from other community partners, as I was telling Coach Griggs, as I was walking up, hearing the announcements and the sponsors, and it just really showed the buy-in that was going on around here. And it was the atmosphere is what we kept seeing.
Yes, sir, and it does. It takes a whole group, and all these communities have to come together because it's not the separate small schools anymore. This is a big deal. Alabama high school football is a big deal. Athletics in general in Alabama is a big deal, and for what it does for student athletes as far as achievement in the classroom, attendance, the whole 9 yards.
Tell me about your observation of Coach Griggs. What do you think about that whole connection with the players here?
He's doing a really good job. He connects with them. He's obviously a younger voice, which is something that I do believe we needed in the program at the time where we were. He relates to them on their level. He's got a lot of guys out, a lot of bodies, which is a good thing because you never know what a sophomore is going to be. You never know what a freshman's going to to be or what they're going to grow into.
A lot of depth.
Yes, sir, and the impact you can have on them as far as just keeping them involved in athletics, and in this case a football program, the difference that it can make in their lives. So sometimes even when they do make mistakes, you know, what are you putting them in? What kind of situation are you putting them in if you put them off?
Yeah, that's great. Well, you're doing a great job as athletic director too. I mean, I think that not only you're just looking around at what's going on with baseball and going on with football and everything else, you know, it's just great days to be in Russell County. I've seen posts from people that went to school here talking about the program, and I promise you there were people in this stand Friday night that didn't have kids here, that you know, they were here because this is their community, or they went to school here, they had family, and I think that's a very huge you know, part of what's going on, and an absolute reaction to what y'all are doing here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Russell County is a special place, and it's got a lot of special people in it.
Yeah. Well, we're excited about the next game. I think it's Beauregard.
Correct.
And that's Friday night.
Yes,
looking
sir.
for a win, obviously. We're hoping that, you know, Coach Griggs, who has left us to go continue practice,
Yes, sir.
is going to get the kids ready to play, and we're looking forward to it, and hopefully we're talking this time next week after the win by Russell County.
Yes, sir. They'll be ready. We can't wait.
No doubt in our mind. Well, thank you for joining us today. Thank Beam for allowing us to have this coaches show, and we look forward to seeing you next week.